Alright boys, time for the best time of the week, Fitness Fridays. Alright, welcome back to another edition of Fitness Fridays, and you boys read that right. Today is a Biceptenial. Now, it's actually called the bicep, bi meaning two, because the muscle attaches to 2 points on your arm, as we can see in our picture here. One towards your shoulder and the other going all the way down towards your forearm. So that's the bicep right there. Now, the really neat thing about the bicep is it almost works like a pump. Now, that's when I say you boys gonna go pump some iron. This is kind of what I'm referring to, and you'll see a little later in the video, but it works like a valve. My bicep is in standard size when my arm is down, and then as I lift it up, it kind of swells up, and you can see it when it's being worked out in motion. So essentially, the bicep, the pumps of the arms, then the bicep is important too for that. Those pumping motions, whether you're pulling, whether you're punching, whether you're doing whatever, that's all in the bicep. So just a basic quick rundown on the bicep. Now, enough boring science talk, boys. Let's get into the workout. That's why you're here. So we're kicking it off with the classic staple of bicep workouts, boys. We're doing the curls. Here I'm using 40s, but like I mentioned before, I've been lifting for a while, so when I was young and first starting out, I'd pick up a pair of 25s and I'd just go to town. Now, you can see I have one in each hand. I'm facing with my back straight. I'm not hunching over or anything like that, and it doesn't get much better than this, boys. This is a very simple workout. It's great to add some size and strength to your biceps if you're just getting started. So I'm looking straight ahead. I'm slowly pumping up, not trying to move my legs or my back or anything else, because I want all the strength to be in my arms, all that tension. I'm lifting all the way up to about my shoulders till I get that nice pump, pulling it up all the way, slowly pulling it back down. I'm not dropping it back down, just slowly back down, because that's also a big part of the workout. So again, pulling all the way up to my chest, pumping it back down. Pretty simple. And like I said, when I was first starting off, this was one of the very first things I did. This, and then later the bench press. Those are an awesome combo for just building up basic strength and size, and you really can't beat it. Next up, we have the Dumbbell Fly. Now we're gonna find a bench. We're gonna lie flat on this bench. We're gonna grab 2 dumbbells in each hand. We're gonna lie down on our backs, and we are going to extend them all the way down, almost like we're gonna give somebody a hug, and then pull all the way back up. Now, this is really great not only for the biceps, also for your forearms. The forearms being that area between your elbow and your wrist. And keep your arms straight, don't let them shake, pulling all the way down, pumping back up, touching them, and then repeat. Another thing to mention, don't bend your elbows. If you notice, I'm keeping my arms as straight as possible. That's going to make sure it puts all the tension in the proper places, and that's really going to make sure you get the best pump out of it. Next up, we're going to do some seated barbell curls. Now, the great thing about this is you can do these standing too, and I've done that, but when you really sit down and you align yourself in that angle, it makes sure you get the best pump possible and the most tension on your biceps to make sure you're lifting that all the way up. Now, once you've selected your given weight, you're going to make sure that, as you can see, my knees are tucked in, sitting on my seat, and my elbows are basically touching the pad. So my arms are out, not inward, flexed outward, so my thumbs are facing away from me towards the weights, and I'm going to drop them down, pull them all the way back up to my chest. You want to try and keep this as straight as possible, but the most important thing other than that is make sure you're putting all the strain on your biceps. If you can look at me, I'm not moving too much. My legs and shoulders aren't moving. I'm making sure that it's all going to the biceps. I'm keeping it straight if I can, and I'm pumping it up all the way up to my shoulders. I'm letting it back down slowly. Now, this one in particular is great. A lot of high intensity, just channeling those biceps. You really can't fold or move anywhere else because you're in that position and your arms are pressed on the seat. So to make sure it's concentrated, and highly recommend this one. It goes great in tandem with the rest, and a great way to really strengthen those biceps, get some size, get some strength. My face says it all. It's definitely a good one, and you'll be feeling it, boys. I just wanted to mix things up a little bit for these last two. They're gonna work the biceps, but also the shoulders and chest a bit too. Now, what we're gonna do next is this one's called the steering wheel. We're gonna grab a weight, we're gonna hold it straight out in front of us at our waist. We're gonna lift it all the way up, so we're looking right in front of it, in front of our face, up to our face like a steering wheel, and we're gonna twist it a few times back and forth, then slowly bring it back down. Now, this one is one that requires a lot of strength. It works different parts that you might not be used to, so start with the smaller weight and work your way up. But the steering wheel is awesome, guys. You'll definitely feel it, and it works everything from your bicep to your chest and everything in between. So like I said, a lot of bicep exercises go hand in hand with other ones as well. So we're gonna mix in a little time in the shoulder press today, boys. So with this machine, if you have one in your gym, you can basically do this without the machine if you just substitute handles I have for barbells. But in either case, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna get in position, and you can see I'm putting my thumbs on the very end of the handle. My back is pressed against the bench, and pretty simple, I'm just going to extend up as far as I can and then back down slowly, putting them to about my rib cage and then pumping them back up. Now, this is a great one. It does your biceps, it'll get some activity on your shoulders, and it's a great exercise. I highly recommend it, and you can do this with barbells as well. We're coming to our last workout of the day. I know today is all about biceps, but I want to throw you boys a bonus, and we're going to throw in a little shoulders. Now, this is a very simple exercise, and it's fantastic to really get those shoulders pumped up, to get them looking good. Hey, we're doing the shrugs. Now, what you're going to do, I have about 70 pounds, but you're going to get as much weight as you could possibly carry. And what you're going to do with this, you're not going to lift it, you're not going to curl it, just like it sounds. You're simply going to shrug. So you see I'm carrying both weights with both arms, of shrugging up as high as I can, and then back down. What this basically is going to do is you're working your shoulders. You're pulling all this weight up and back down, and you get those shoulders nice and brolic. So for a quick pep talk, we are rounding out the day with a quick drawing of another one of my characters. It's my boy Michael McManley, and Michael loves to lift. He loves to eat right, and he's a real hit with the ladies. Now, Michael McManley, true beast, he's a savage, and let me just tell you boys, that could be any one of you. He's a bro, he works at the pump station, his very own gym, and you guys could make your very own pump station wherever you go. Could be like Michael, could be a boss, you could lift like a maniac, and you could have a sweet workout at the pump station every day. Alright boys, hope this workout sees you well. Remember, lift well, and always be the best man you could be.